Okay, so
Pretty
a
much.
lot of men want women to cook, clean, take care of the kids, have an education, have her own money, go 50-50, be independent.
Yeah, but you don't want those men.
What?
Yeah, these men tend to not be as desirable.
Yeah, you don't want those men.
Unfortunately. Egalitarianism doesn't work. It's a lie. Men and women are not equal. We're better than you guys in almost every way. Like I don't.
Well,
I don't look
you're
at
not,
women
you're,
as
not,
equals.
you're not better at raising children than
Men
women.
are better
No, men are
physically.
actually
Women are
better at that too.
spiritually.
Better, they do better
Single
with
fathers.
single fathers do better than single mothers.
Yeah.
Okay,
Stats prove that.
okay, but single fathers.
She's out? Oh, I guess she got triggered.
Oh, she's a model? She went the wrong way walk.
I don't know. She just I guess she got mad. I didn't do
How
nothing.
dare you?
She said I didn't get mad. I'm just going home.
Myron,
Past your
Myron,
bedtime.
but a single father is always going to be worse than a mom and a dad at home, right?
Of course, single
Yes,
parenthood is awful. But I'm saying if we compare apples to apples, a single mom versus a single dads do better every single time.
It depends on the father and why he's a single father. Because a lot of men are single fathers because
It's because he said that fathers do better at raising kids, and I was like, well, really, they don't.
It depends on the
Well,
father.
Men are better at that.
Well, mother. Yeah,
It
woman.
really depends
But
on the
again,
father.
we're I think the problem is we are accepting, we're throwing in the towel to the sinful world that we live in that says that 70% of black kids are going to grow up in a home alone with just one parent, right? These are things we can actually change. And so Myron does have a point that a lot of this stuff is happening, but it's not necessarily something that's a permanent feature of our society. It just
Doesn't
isn't.
have to be.
Right? I mean, look, in the 1970s, there was no Tinder. You probably dated somebody you met at church. My grandmother married my grandfather, a World War II vet, literally after the third date. That would be unheard of now. And that was probably pretty common back in the 1940s and 50s.
There was a lot of trauma though, and men also used to sell their daughters at like 12 for the fattest cow and things like that. So
That was not in the 1950s.
no, but like the past is also very toxic.
Oh, well, I'm not saying that the past was perfect, but there are literally people who are selling their daughters right now in the Middle East. We're going to be honest.
I mean, like, yeah.
I mean,
Right.
just because I want to make sure because the whole discussion started with like, what men are attracted to versus what women are attracted to, and women have this false sense like we're attracted to the same things that you guys are. Because you mentioned a bunch of, when I asked you, what would that guy want? You mentioned a bunch of masculine things. I make a bunch of money. I'm educated. I'm successful, etc. You led with masculine traits that men don't really care about. That's why I gave you the equivalent. Hey, what about my designer shoes and my wallets? And you're like, that doesn't benefit me. That's exactly how we feel when women talk about their money and their career. But
this is based on me being in a relation. I had a relationship for 3 years, 10 years, and 1 year. So this is based on my experience. Like,
yeah, that's fine. That's fine. But what I'm saying is that men aren't attracted to that in general. Like,
that's actually not true.
I think Myron's right. I think Myron's right.
A lot of men want women to go 50-50.
The men that women want, the most desirable men, don't give a fuck about how much money you make at all.
At all.
They don't.
That's not true.
Listen, that might not be the case with your own personal history, but as a society, yeah, men generally don't care how much a woman makes.
They're going to use you if they do.
Yeah. So going back to what I was saying, so we don't care about that, right? So that's the first thing I wanted to establish. The second thing I was going to establish was, though I know some of you guys don't like, you might you might disagree with the concept of a man having a high body count. What I'm arguing, I'm not here to argue the morality of it. I'm here to argue that if a man has a high body count, he is doing something right and he has higher sexual market value. He's doing something right because it is a skill set to be able to sleep with a lot of women.
By our standard of a society, I don't think it's universally true.
That if a man is able to have sex with a lot of women, he's doing something right.
It depends on the woman that he's having sex with.
Okay, let me rephrase this so it's easier to understand. I'm saying a guy that has had sex with a lot of women is doing something right and has higher sexual market value in something.
I agree he has higher sexual market value, but that's
what I'm trying to say.
Yes, if you are in demand and if you had sex with more people, you by definition have higher sexual market value.
Yes.
But I think
But that doesn't work for women is my point.
But I think the disagreement we're having here, Myron, is that sexual market value is everything. That you can impute all this value from sexual market value and say a guy's entire personality, his traits can be summed up by sexual market value.
Well, no, it is because men, for women, their predominant trait for their sexual market value is their looks. As a man, you have multiple traits that get encompassed into your sexual market value because women aren't, they are kind of shallow, but women have far more standards that we have to check off. So as a guy, if you're able to get a lot of women, by definition, you have higher sexual market value because women don't just care about looks. Looks are a component.
But sexual market value does not make you a better person.
That depends on who the individual is. You can go on an individual basis on that, but the point I'm making, I'm not really making a morality or religious argument. I'm making more of a biological argument that a man that has a guy that has a lot of women is doing something right, more than likely has higher sexual market value. And then I think that's the best position to be in, because if you have higher sexual market value, you've dealt with more women. If you've dealt with more women, you have more experience. You can, taper off girls or get rid of girls that aren't a good fit for you. And that's what I think, as far as like because marriage is a big risk for men nowadays. So
it's a big risk for everybody.
Correct.
But more for men.
Way more
Okay,
for
but so
men.
let me just give you one example. All right.
Yeah.
TikTok. We're live on TikTok, by the way, guys.
Okay.
TikTok.
Hi to Larry Ellison.
Can you show TikTok?
So
yeah, there you got it right there.
So
Live.
Myron,
Yeah.
On
if a
the
guy
screen, please, Bill.
has done 300 lines of coke in his life,
Yeah.
that probably means he's hanging out at expensive clubs, big parties, gone to Vegas, flown on private jets, has the money to do coke. Does doing 300 lines of coke make you a better person? Because it would, but it would correlate with being.
But I don't think that's analogous to this.
Why not?
Because you don't have to have any skill set to do cocaine.
Sure.
don't.
No,
You have to
actually,
have a
you
skill set
need
to have
money.
the
You
money
need to have
for it.
a plug. You need to have a relationship. You need to be able to be in those clubs in the
but
first place.
that's not analogous to like going to the gym, learning female nature, how to be attractive, how to dress well, how to take care of yourself, self-care.
So that's why I think
That's more like
going
buying
the number of dates I think is more important, way more important than body count could ever be, because it tells you about what kind of person they are. Body count's a very
keep
shallow.
in mind that I made the distinction that you don't necessarily have to close, but you need to be capable of closing. Like that's what I'm saying.
But capability of closing will not be measured by body count, because you can't measure something that didn't happen, even though it's capable.
Well, I'm saying like take it right to the edge, but most men are not going to do that. But I'm saying in a hypothetical, like you would need to be the one denying the girl. She's all over you, and I'm like, you know what? I'm good. I don't want to do this. And then you could count that, I guess. But the point I'm trying to make is that most men don't have that skill set. So if a guy does have that skill set,
Can I ask a question?
by definition, he's going to have higher sexual market value. Higher sexual market value means that you have options. When you have options, you tend to be more attractive because you're not being thirsty. One of the biggest things that women get turned off by is a guy that doesn't have social proof or doesn't have other women around, because he starts to behave in a very needy fashion.
Again, we're not arguing morality here.
Yeah.
I think
Just
we
go
ha- I think we have
practicality.
to. No, but I think we have to.
Well.
Do we want a moral and just society?
Let's be honest here, James. It's not going backwards. It's only going
Of
forward.
course there is. I mean,
Okay,
can you imagine sitting here in the 1840s and being like, nope, there's no going back to slavery. No, we got to keep slavery. Like, there's no. Of course we can.
Oh, we're too far gone, man.
Bro.
No, I don't think we are.
I am black and I'm black pill now. The doomsday is here, my friend. The days of going backwards to save women is
Let me
gone.
ask you, if we could go back, would you do it?
Of course.
Okay.
If
But you know why? But you know why you say that? Because you believe that things used to be better. It used to be better. And if you think you could hit a button right now and we could go back, you would, I would. Ladies, would you?
No.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, but we
And
guys
that's
are
what,
right.
actually, you know what? Hold on. And that's precisely the problem.
So there you go.
Wait.
No, hold on.
But why not?
No. Look, wait. Before she even answers that, that is precisely the problem, and this is why guys have to deal with the new normal.
Yep.
Okay.
The average
I guess
modern
I'm getting
woman,
black-pilled.
The average modern woman.
I just got black pilled, I guess.
I'm telling you,
but I
dude.
want to.
No, you're
I'm
black.
telling you, like
No, you're
women would
black.
rather be independent, getting
Yep.
fucked by a bunch of random
No,
chads,
that's not true.
working a job,
That's not
So why
true.
would-
than actually being with a guy that loves them and respects them
That's not
and having
true.
kids. Let me finish what I'm saying.
Please.
Okay. You guys just proved the point right there. He literally said, "Do you want to go back to 1950s?"
And
shots?"
hell no.
Well,
Let's
why
be
would
clear.
they all
I'm
say
getting
that
black
way?
pilled in real
Get it?
time because Fresh said he wanted to go back.
Yeah,
And I'm black.
And
And
that's-
you're black, and that would have been tough for you going back 150 years.
So, and here's the thing, right? Let's say we didn't have these women here. Let's say we had a bunch of women that went to Columbia, Yale, whatever. They would all say the same thing,
Yeah.
because nowadays women have changed. They don't want to do anything for the express pleasure of men. They don't want to be wives. They want to get married, but they don't want to be wives. They want to have their freedom. They want to be sluts, and we have to deal with the new normal. Like, look, I wish we can go back to the 1950s. Right? I wish it could be
great.
1956 again.
Kumbaya.
But it's 2026. And these girls, quite frankly, you take an average 21-year-old girl, average 21-year-old guy, that woman has probably had sex with more dudes than this guy will have in his entire lifetime. Women are lapping men sexually, career-wise, income-wise. Men have to adapt for the new normal.
And this is why
I wish it wasn't this way.
Delusional.
And this is why, James, the red pill will never die.
Can I
Because the
say
dating
something?
game is rigged, is gone too
It's
far,
fucked.
and women have the power and not giving up for nothing.
And here's the other thing, too. You mentioned something great earlier. You said, hey, if we went back to the 1950s, like, because you mentioned your grandma married your grandpa, like, after the first date or whatever. The third date. That's beautiful. But unfortunately, right, like, the women now, like, are significantly different, right? Like, they don't value marriage. They don't value a man. Women are
Not
taught,
true.
be strong and independent. Go get a career. You don't want to
Well,
depend on a
that
guy.
toxic feminism that's being taught in our schools.
Wait,
So
can
I
I
want to get to the
That's not
bottom of
even
that.
true.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I've been trying to say something for a while.
It's not your
Myron-
show, dude.
Okay, I'm just trying to interject.
Yeah, like,
All right,
I
go
mean,
ahead. Go ahead, man.
Okay.
At this point, go ahead. Go ahead. You good?
All right. If you don't want to hear my opinion, then you don't have to.
No, just
It's
weird.
fine.
No. But it's like, quite frankly, your opinion doesn't fucking matter. Like, it's not your show. I mean, like, you're gonna say some bimbo shit
Didn't
and,
you ask her
and
to be
derail
on the
us.
show though?
I didn't ask her. No.
Didn't somebody ask her to be on the show?
All right,
though?
Maylin,
sorry.
what do you want to say? I'm curious to hear it.
You couldn't even name 3 countries, man. Shut the fuck up. Like, yo, like, you know what I mean? Like,
Okay, a lot of women do want to be wives and housewives. It's just
It's just
like
what?
a lot of women do want that.
So
A
let's
lot
get
of
back-
women
let's
would
go back to the
love
60s.
A lot of
Let's go
women
back to the
would love
60s.
to homeschool and
Then let's do
What
it.
I was
like,
gonna say.
a lot of women
Hold
would
on.
actually love that.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
What I was gonna say is mine is always telling people to be better, go work on yourself. But why are you telling women to be the type of women that men want, and you're not telling men to work on certain things that are the reason why women don't want to go back? The same way how we don't give a fuck if you have designer, we don't give a fuck if you're fit. We care more about how you're gonna treat us. We care more because that's an indicator of how you're gonna treat
Why
our
you
future
lying?
children.
Boy, you a liar, bro.
Why are you lying about?
Bro.
see, this is why,
About what?
see why I don't take women seriously, bro.
Why am I lying about
Looks do
what?
matter.
Fucking nonsense.
Looks
Look,
do matter.
Looks do matter. You
But
can
it
make the
doesn't
argument
matter.
that
It doesn't matter more than someone's character, the measure of a man.
No, that's a bare minimum.
Okay.
Okay, look. Every woman is different. Some women might care more about looks than others. Some girls might say it's 50% of the equation. Other girls might say it's 10% of the equation. Some girls might say it's 90% of the equation. I need a Chad. Fine. But the bottom line is that there's a matrix of traits that women are looking for in a guy, okay? And then you made the other, I actually wrote this down, because you were making the complaint that you're teaching guys to have sex with women and creating the problem, right? Something like that?
You're adding to the problem.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. A lot of you women are going to be sluts anyway. So we might as well level up like it's World of Warcraft.
Thank you.
And get practice on the runs.
Let's go.
Get practice on the runs. Because here's the other thing too, right? Let me be very fucking painfully clear and honest about this. Dealing with women is an adversarial relationship.
Yep.
You're trying to get resources and time from me. I'm trying to get sex. So my thing is, I'm going to use this as a battleground to identify women that are promiscuous so I never fucking commit to them. This is why it's so important in today's day and age, because it's not 1956, it's 2026. You need to be able to identify that women that have bad fucking habits for a long-term relationship. So for example, if she's an attention whore, she dresses provocatively, she questions your authority, she's rude, any of these things, you're able to figure that out because you've had a pattern of other women and you could be like, yep, I'm not going to wipe this girl up. But if you're a fucking retard, right, never got your dick sucked, oh my God, I'm going to wipe this girl up. That's how guys get their lives destroyed. So my thing is, you got to level up on the grunts like it's World of Warcraft 2. And that's how you do it, because the reality is promiscuous women are going to be promiscuous anyway. So you might as well train on them, figure out how they behave, because all promiscuous women have certain traits. Identify these traits and make sure your fucking wife never has any of it. Because I'd rather the guy have 300 body count, show up on his wedding day, and commit to the girl that's 301 that he knows isn't a fucking 304. And that's how it goes. Men have to date defensively now, because a lot of you women are not worthy of a long-term relationship. A lot of you guys are fucking sluts. A lot of you guys are more experienced than us sexually. A lot of you guys don't want to be wives. You just want to get married. And quite frankly, we bear all the fucking risk when we marry you guys.
A lot
We
of
have
men
everything
are
to
not
lose.
worth marrying.
Gotta catch them all.
We have
Pokemon.
everything to lose.
Well,
And I'm not going to like bite my tongue on it. Most women are fucking useless, and that's the truth. That's why most women can't find a guy to take them seriously.
Long term.
Can't get married. They don't want to fucking cook or clean or anything. We just said, if you go back to 1950s and be home, would you do it? None of them raised their hands.
I did.
Okay, one.
Lying.
All right, talk to us about that. Why?
Bruh.
I mean, like, it depends.
Sorry, what did you say?
But talk to us about that, would you?
Guys, by
Absolutely,
the way,
100%.
we're on
And I
TikTok
think
right now.
most women would.
go support us
But
on
would you go
TikTok.
back to like having no rights,
link is
not
here.
being able to
Well,
have a
we're
credit
not
card, like,
talking
being
about not
abused?
having rights. We're
Okay,
talking
but, like,
about to
so
the
be clear, because
relationship.
a lot of women would be monogamous
Can I
and
s-
would be
can I
at
finish talking?
homeschool, but
Go ahead,
we don't.
please talk.
Okay. I think a lot of women would want a typical relationship and would want to homeschool their kids and do all these things.
Yeah.
Men are the problem. Like you're saying, oh, a man can sleep around and he's valuable. No, men pay for sex. Men are the one who are paying for sex. Men are the one who assault women and then turn women to go be whores. I'm sorry. It's not like, oh yeah, if men got with 100 girls, he's valuable, he's hot, he's whatever. He's not. He's probably paid for women. He's drugged women.
Predatory.
He's
But-
assaulted
all right,
them
let's go
just like you
through this
have.
real quick.
Just like you
Later.
have.
You said, okay, just like I have? Okay. I've never put my fingers on a woman ever.
Okay, but maybe
But,
you're like
um,
one of 30.
I love
like,
that you made that accusation.
one of one.
But
Who said that?
Accusation.
she said I assault women. I don't know.
Wait, hold on. Why'd you say that?
Accusations. These are
No, how many
Did
of
she
us
get-
haven't been assaulted?
No.
Let's
Like
get-
that ass. Why'd you say that? Is that true?
I mean, I just moved to Miami a few months ago and I've heard that from multiple
You got-
girls.
You said what? You said what? You gone?
Are they leaving?
All right. Self capsules.
Slut
All right,
walk.
Two
Let's go.
cows left.
Slut walk. Let's go.
Everything really is bigger in
Woo!
Texas.
Oh.
Can't handle.
They're fat, dude. Who cares?
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Move
Anyway.
along. Move
Bro,
along.
yeah, man. Bro, they got up like, oh, they're gonna probably have to come back. Get your fat asses the fuck up out of here, man.
Bro, no ass, man.
Get the fuck out of here.